Algebra 1 Study Guide number 9. Number 1, factor out the GCF. Well, let's see what they have alike. I'm not going to do the t-tables, but if I look at them in terms of their t-table, let's just do, I'm going to do GCF here, and then what's left over. And I'll put me some blanks for those. Okay, so I need a number that will go into 8, 20, and 12, and preferably the largest one. 2 will go into all 3 of them, but 4 will go into all of them. So let's go. 4 times 2 will give me 8 if I take the 4 away from its factor tree. 4 times 5 will give me 20, and 4 times 3 will give me the 12. I have 2 m's, 3 m's, and 4 m's, so the most they have alike is 2. And there won't be any left here, and 1 left here, and 2 left here in its factor trees. And then this one has 3 n's, 4 n's, and 2 n's. So when we take 2 away, we'll have 1 n left here, 2 n's left here, and no n's left there. Number 2, find the slope of a line that passes through the points -1, 5, and 2, -7. Well, the slope formula says subtract the y's on top and the x's on the bottom. So the y's are the 5 and the -7, so I'm going to start with the 5. And then on the bottom, if I started with a 5, I've got to start with the -1 minus the 2. So we've got 12, because that's 5 plus 7, because minus a negative is a plus. And then a -1 plus a -2 is -3. And then 12 divided by -3 is -4. Now, number 3, we're going to distribute, and then we'll probably have some reducing. So let's take the a cubed over c and distribute. I'm going to put a 1 under this one as I distribute. So I'll have a to the 4th over c to the 3rd. And nothing will reduce on that one. And in this one, I'll have 3, and I'm going to put them in alphabetical order, a squared and then c cubed. And on the bottom, I'll have a cubed c. And it doesn't matter what order you put them in. And then minus, I'll have 2a cubed over c. Now this one, there's nothing will cancel. This one, if I have, so let's go ahead and bring this one over. A to the 4th over c cubed. And I have 3 over 1, so I'll have 3 left on top. I'll have an a left on the bottom, 2 and 3. And I'll have 2 c's left on top when I cancel. And then this one is reduced, 2a cubed over c. Number 4, I like to move my negative exponents first before I start cleaning anything up. So I think I will go ahead and reduce the 5/15 to 1/3. And then I'm going to move the x to the -2 to the bottom. I'm going to leave y cubed on the top and z to the 1 to the bottom. I like to go across. And then my x to the -4 will go to the top, and my x to the -2 my y to the -2 will go to the top. So now I have, I'm going to do them in alphabetical order. I have 1, you can bring that over if you want to. I have 4 x's, and I have 5 y's. On the bottom I have 3x squared z to the 1, or just z. Now my x's will cancel, and if I have 4 on top and 2 on the bottom, I'll have 2 left on top, and then I have 3 and then a z left on the bottom. Number 5. This one's easier to simplify if you'll put them in alphabetical order or the same order so that you can see what are like terms. So I have 6. I'm going to do alphabetical order. M squared n minus 2m n squared. Those are not like terms. The variables don't have the same squareds. And then this one's minus 4m squared n. And then this one is 8m n squared. So these two are like terms. And these two are like terms. So 6m squared n minus 4m squared n's will leave you 2m squared n's. I'm going to mark those out. A -2m n squared plus 8m n squared will give you a positive 6m n squared. And you can't add those. The exponents are not the same. A hiker walks at a constant speed as shown in the table. What is the rate of change? Rate of change is the same as slope. You can subtract the y's, which would be these. That's your second variable, your dependent variable, and then these would be your x's. So let's take the two smallest ones. So let's do 12 minus 6 over 4 minus 2, which is 6 over 2, or 3. And then our units are miles per hour, because it's the miles goes first, hours goes second. You can also put just mph for miles per hour. To solve this equation, I need to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply the terms with the x first. So I've got 7 times the whole x minus 2. And then this way, the 5 times 14. So I have distribute, I get 7x minus 14 is equal to 5, carry the 2, I'll have 70. Add 14 to both sides, I get 7x equals 84. Divide by 7, and I get x equals 12. To solve this equation, I need to first get rid of the parentheses. I need to distribute the positive 2 times the 7 minus x. So I have 6x plus 14 minus 2x plus 10 equals 20. Let's put our like terms together. I see a 6x minus a 2x, which is 4x. I'm going to come over here where I have more room. I have a positive 14 and a positive 10, which is positive 24, equals the 20. Now we'll just solve it like a regular two-step equation. Subtract the 24. 4x equals negative 4. Divide by 4. X equals negative 1. I think I'm going to rewrite number 9 over here. I've got, let's go down and look at it. I've got 1/4 plus 2/5 x plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and put that over 1 equals 9/4. I'm going to write that over here. 1/4 plus 2/5 x. I'm going to write that as 2x over 5 plus 1 over 1 equals 9 over 4. To make this problem easier, it will be, the easiest way is to get rid of the common denominators first so we can get rid of the denominators. So I'm going to get each of them to a denominator of 20. So I'm going to multiply the first one times 5 over 5, 4 over 4, 20 over 20, and then 5 over 5. I'll get 5 over 20 plus 8x over 20 plus 20 over 20 equals 45 over 20. Well, there's my equation right there. The numerators, I've got 5 plus 8x plus 20 equals 45. I'm going to bring my 8x down and do my plus 25, and you can do it either way. Subtract the 25. You get 8x equals 20. Divide by 8. You get x equals 20 over 8. We can divide by 4 over 4 and get 5 over 2, and you can even write it as 2 1/2 or 2.5. Number 10, write this equation, 4 plus 2x plus 2y minus 3 equals 5, in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I need to get my y by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my 4 and my minus 3 together. So I've got a 2x, and I've got plus 2y, and then my positive 4 minus 3 would be a positive 1 equals 5. Let's go ahead and move the 1. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and move the 2x. Now I've skipped a little bit of work, so watch carefully. I have 2y is equal to, I like it mx, so I'm going to write negative 2x, and then 5 minus 1 is a plus 4. We need to get rid of the 2, so we'll divide everything by 2 and get y is equal to negative 1x, or just negative x, plus 2. The slope is the number in front of the x. That's a negative 1 over positive 1, if you want to write it like that. And then the y-intercept is the number that's added or subtracted at the end, which is a positive 2. Determine the value or values for which the rational expression is undefined. A fraction is undefined when the denominator is 0. Well, the denominator of this is 2a plus 1. And to be undefined, then this can't be 0. So we'll solve and see what will make that 0. So if we subtract 1, we get 2a cannot be negative 1. Divide by 2, and we get that a cannot be negative 1/2.